This video has a lot of heart. Hello everybody, welcome back to Stoneblock 3. You will remember the last video, I had made the neutron collectors with all those other different extreme craftings and stuff like that, and I had beaten the mother silverfish. But I wanted to go down here and see how much neutrons we have collected. Look at this. I told you all I was gonna make a room, but I didn't expect it to turn out so well. And I also have 3 of these watches expanding all of these things. And now, after 1 week, we have 1.7k of these neutronium ingots, which also equates to 139,000 piles of neutrons. Oh my goodness, this is insane. Another thing that I had done last episode that I wasn't really able to finish because, you know, it was at the end, was when I opened up the giant chance cube. And this is what it made. It's, I'm pretty sure that this is a Woodlands mansion. I'm thinking of using this thing for a lot of future automations and stuff like that, just because of how much space it provides. Now, don't worry, I still am going to be opening up chance cubes at the end of each video. I've thought of that. I made this little area right here with my little archway pedestal thing. So this will be where I'm opening up chance cubes now. This could either be really good or really bad. We'll see. So now for today's video. As I had promised last video, I was going to automate these silverfish hearts. I've already collected 4 of them, so that way I can automate it. I could use these to make the transmutation table like I wanted to, but I decided to use them to automate the makings of the hearts instead. And then I was going to use those hearts to make them, so yeah, it's just more efficient this way. What we're going to need to do today, we're finally getting into some more of these magic things, being Ars Nuavu. I'm just gonna call it Nuava. I'm gonna skip the U. Haha, English. We're gonna need to start off with this imbuement chamber. To make this, we need 2 gold and archwood. To get archwood, we need any one of these different woods. One of these woods being this one right here, the vexing wood. So I need to grow this tree up and then chop it down. I haven't done this in so long. Did you all forget this? I can do this to make trees grow. Oh. That is very pretty, actually. I really like that. Okay. Alrighty, there we go. And now we got all of those. And now I can go over to this EMC link, which basically acts kind of like a better version of the energy condensers, where I can put things into all of these slots and have other things going into it. And then I can just click it whenever I want, and bam, there we go. I have received a full stack of it. I only needed 2 though, so I can put all that back in. And the best part is it uses that EMC on the top right, that's right above my little heady there. So the more things that go into here, the more EMC I accumulate along with my dark power flowers. Basically translating to, I am now generating 1,000,000 EMC a second. Either way though, now that we've gotten all this out of the way, we can now make the imbuement chamber, which is pretty freaking awesome. Now, I don't know if the imbuement chamber needs source. Okay, so yeah, it actually does need to use some source. So what I need to make is this agronomic source link and this source jar. These things actually have EMC, so I'll need to make it once. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's the only thing that has EMC. Oh no, the imbuement chamber does. Okay, so for these source jars, I need slabs and some glass. And we have the source jar. And I can put this into here, into here. Yes, there we go. And now, infinite source jars. Oh gosh, I don't think I needed this many, so we're just gonna reduce a lot of that. There we go. So then I just need to make this thing and we should be good.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Alrighty, so I got everything all set up. I have this little setup right here. So what this is going to do is this imbuement chamber is how I'm going to get these source gems. But to do that, I need to get source. So to get source, I use this agronomic source link, so that way whenever something grows, it gains source and puts that into these source jars for storage. And how I'm going to get it to grow is by placing down this cactus right here on this snap. Oh, wait, I know what I did wrong. Okay, hang on a second. Yeah, okay, so it should work now. Okay, yeah, it is working now. Okay, so the reason why this wasn't working, I'm gonna need to turn that off. Okay, there we go. So the reason why this wasn't working is because the way cactus works is whenever it grows, if it touches a block, it can't be near them, and so it'll just instantly break. So that's why I couldn't place down that block before, was because this one was right next to this bottom one, and we didn't want that. So this thing, basically, it's going to pick up any items that drop and then just instantly pipe them into this trash can. So it's basically like the void hopper in a way. So as these things are, being broken, these things are accumulating their source. So in here, I can put either lapis or amethyst. Lapis would probably be the better option though, since I have an abundance of that in here. So this should work now. If I put lapis in there, yes, it is now starting to make it, and I pull that out, we have a source gem, and I put another one in, we get another source gem. I need 61 of these to have everything I'm going to need when it comes to these imbuement chambers. And there is a way to automate this, but I just don't have the means nor the time right now. So I'll probably do that in between episodes, so that way I can get infinite amounts of these source gems. But this shouldn't take too long. I just need, almost a stack of it.
2 very boring minutes later.
Alrighty, and there we go. That should be the 61st one. So that should be all of the ones I'm going to need. So now that we've gotten all of these ones out of the way, there's just 2 more things from this mod that we need. Well, technically 3, but we need 2 more things to make the 3rd thing. So, what we need is this enchanting apparatus and these arcane pedestals. Now, these things take arcane stone, which takes another source gem surrounded by some stone. And I need 8 of these pedestals and 1 of this apparatus. Unfortunately, this needs to be like actual stone or something, so I am going to need a butt ton of it. Good thing I have this EMC link, so let's just put that into there, and then just take out probably like a whole stack. I'll probably need more, but let's just make these things really quickly. So, as it turns out, each one of these source gems makes 8 of this stone. So I didn't actually need to make 61 of these source gems. So I ended up wasting about 2 minutes of my life. So now comes the fun part. So what I need to do is I need to put the enchanting apparatus in the center and then surround it by these pedestals. There we go. The setup for this is now complete. No, I don't want that to go in there. So now the next thing that we're going to need to make is this Drigme charm. To get that, I need 3 of these source gems, a seed of any kind, and then 4 of these mother silverfish hearts. And then in the center, a Drigme shard. Alrighty, here we go. I have everything. So the way I was actually supposed to get this Drigme shard was by dropping something called a Wilden Horn, this thing right here, and I was supposed to give it to something called a Drigme. Now, these things are passive mobs, which means that they can spawn anywhere, and one just so happened to spawn right up here in my Botania area, so I took the opportunity to, take care of that. So, I'm going to put 4 of these hearts like that, the source gems like that, the wheat seed there, and then in the center, the Drigme charm. An arcane core must be placed beneath the block. What the heck is an arcane core? Okay, here we go. It actually really wasn't that hard to make. I just needed to get the arcane stones and some all that. So that should be good now. So now that it's underneath it, it should work. Yes, here we go. The magic is happening and it's all sparkly. And once this thing is done, it should give me the Drigme charm. Yes, here we go. We've got the charm. So now comes well, actually, no, I needed to do something real quick. So, the way that we're supposed to farm the mother silverfish, it actually shows it right in here. It tells you exactly how you to do it. So, the Drigme charm uses source to gather mob drops without killing them. So, I'm going to need to take my source thing all the way over to there. So, to keep the mother silverfish still, I'm going to need a stasis chamber, the same thing I used when I made a wither farm, and put it directly underneath the summoning altar. That thing is going to need power, though. and the only way I'm going to be able to get power to it would be to, use some sort of power source, like all of these. However, these things are a little bit inefficient in certain ways, such as I need like all sorts of wires and stuff to get it all over the place. It's just a bit of a hassle. So instead, I'm going to be making these Fluix networks, which will basically put me into the wireless power era. So firstly, I'm going to need a flux plug and a flux point. Each of these does a specific purpose. One inputs power, the other exports power. And both of these are going to need these flux cores, and to get those, I'm going to need something called flux dust. Alrighty, I have everything now. It all actually had EMC, so I just put all of it into my personal link. And so, yeah, no, that was just, very easy to get. So I just need to put all of this together and throw these things into here. And like that, we now have the point and the plug, but we also need a configurator. That's my B. I apologize for that, but now we have the configurator. The point is the one that gives energy, and the plug is the one that receives it. Okay, so now we need to hook up this plug to some kind of energy. Actually, I should probably put these inside of my link as well. And yeah, no, that's the last two spaces. Alrighty, neat. So that whole thing is pretty much done. So if I ever need any more of these, it's good. Especially once I start getting to like some of the better power sources. I wanted to do that very soon. I guess since it's all connecting here, I could probably put this there. It should begin to absorb power once I set up a network. So now it should be configured to that one, and so it should begin to receive power from these. It doesn't always show that it's getting power though, so I'm uncertain if this actually works. So I'm gonna go over to something basic that's gonna need power. Then put that here, now it's pasted, and it says it has power, but these things do retain it. So the test will be to see if it gets it back. Maybe? I think? I don't know. Let's grab a lot of this stuff and see what happens. It does look like it's getting power back. Yeah, I'm gonna say that since it is like, a buffer because it's getting power in between it, yeah, it's definitely working. So now all I really need to do is just take all this over to the silverfish place and just set everything up. There is like a few things that I'm gonna need to set up in between, but I mean, it's not anything that I can't just do off screen. So yeah, this should definitely be good. I'm looking forward to this.
He's gonna die.
Okay, so I've gathered up everything and I've put some of these upgrades in, but it does look like it's only going to be stopping me for a limited time. Because like if we go back in and look at right this, yeah, it goes in, but then just as quickly as it did, it stopped. So I don't entirely know how this is going to work. So I'm wondering if I should probably try to get another speed in processing. Yeah, you know what? Just to be safe, I'm going to do that. I do not want to break this.
Later.
Alrighty, so I've made the second one. So it should be good. It's still sinking me out of it, though. Why is it doing that? Alrighty, well, I think this is just going to be as good as I'm going to get it. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to have to try and figure something out, which will take me a very long time. So, let's hope this works. Yes, it's working. He's stuck. Okay, great. That is fantastic. Now all I need to do is just get rid of these skeletons. This should be good. Now that this is working, what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to put a chest there, and then I'm going to need to put a hopper right here into that. It should be facing inwards. Yes, it is. Okay, so now what I do is I put mossy cobblestone on top of that, and then I use the Drigme charm on that, and now it should start working, and this is where all the source is going to come in. So once this thing is done, yes, it pops out a little Drigme, and he's going to start doing a dance. As he's doing this, it's going to start absorbing the items from these guys in there. It looks like there's those little silverfish in there, though. That may end up being an issue. I don't entirely know. But after a while of doing his little dance thing, he should start to obtain the stuff. Okay, here we go. We finally got one. So this thing does definitely work. It is working, which is a good thing. I don't think it's spawning in any more of those. So I think the reason it spawned them initially was from the initial drop before it was in stasis. So it shouldn't spawn any more of those guys. I think. I do not know. I'm honestly very scared about that. It's definitely automated, so it's definitely gonna work. So I just need like 3 more of these hearts, and then we can go and make the transmutation table. So that should be a bit.
Eventually.
So yeah. Stuff went wrong. Quite a few things went wrong. My Drigme, I'm pretty sure, died. And yeah, this apparently seems to not have held the mother silverfish. And I am now stuck. Oh my gosh, it stole my stuff. I'm stuck. I'm not getting. Oh my gosh. I need to get out of here. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Okay, that's good. There's 3 silverfish hearts and the Drigme charm dropped. Okay. So this isn't a complete loss. And yeah, now the mother silverfish is back in there. It somehow got out after I went AFK, and it kills me. That isn't a good thing, and I don't like how that happened. Okay, I got all of my stuff back. Oh my gosh. Okay, no, it stole my friggin' rings! Oh my gosh, I cannot stand this crap. Let me get the 4th silverfish heart. I'll meet you all back at the base, and sometime in between episodes, I'm gonna have to fix this in some way, shape, or form. You'll all see it well in good time. Alrighty, after much grueling torment, we're finally here. So I just gotta put these last 2 things into place, and here we go. For 21 million, and that thing will close, we now have a transmutation table. So let me put this inside of the EMC link, and now we can make more whenever we need it. Finally, I have it, and when I open it up, there's so much stuff in here. Oh my gosh, how much do I actually have in here? I actually have quite a bit of stuff. Okay, so apparently everything that's hooked up inside of the EMC link, everything that has ever gone into one, should be lured in here. Which means I can just pull one of these out straight away, put it right back in, no problem. I don't care. I have it all right here. Haha. This is actually something I've been wanting for a very long time. So with this thing here, it's going to make my life a whole lot easier. So rather than having to go to each individual EMC link to have to figure out what goes on in there, I can just grab it from in here. And there's even a search bar too, so I can just find whatever I need. That is freaking awesome. So let's finally check off the quest book. I am not opening one of those things again. Thank you. Well, I guess after all of this, the only thing really left to do today is open up today's chance cube. Yes, it is that time of the show where I open up a chance cube, risking my life and potentially the entire server for all your entertainment. So, let us see what we get today. Huh? I know what it did. It enchanted my bowls with something called stasis. Okay, you know what? I now have magical bowls. I am okay with this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my last Stoneblock video. Bye-bye!